Hi, welcome back to the Paper Turtle. This is Mary, and I have a pretty good size haul video for you today. I'm going to try to go through it quickly because I think this is going to be a long one, and I apologize in advance for that. As I was piling the stuff up on my table to get ready for this video, I realized how much stuff I had. What happens is I go to the estate sales and the thrift shops, and I bring the stuff home and I just set it on the floor next to my desk. And when it piles up a little bit, then I do a video. I didn't realize how much this had piled up until I started getting ready, and there's quite a bit here, so let me just get started. And stick with me to the end though, because there's some interesting and fun stuff in here, so try not to get too bored. If you have to run off and do something, come back and finish the video, because like I said, there's some fun stuff in here. Okay, this first one, this is a Walt Disney book, and it is in German. I believe it's German. It's all the different Disney stories, but if you can see, it is written in German. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I love the illustrations. They're kind of big, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use these. But I know I can use these as backgrounds. Baseball card. I will find a way to use these. The book itself is not in good shape. It's all warped. It's kind of musty smelling. So I don't have any problem cutting this up because it's just not, it's not in good shape. It's not worth anything. Then I have some nice long ledger paper. Look how long this is. This is really, that's a long one. Okay. Then this from the same estate sale is also in German, and it is patterns and things for what do you call this craft? I don't know. Crocheting? I don't know, this one was free. It was in a box of free stuff, so I thought I would just grab it, and the pages are pretty. Not sure how I'll use it, but you know, I just saw some of these panels like this in a thrift store. A whole bunch of them, tons and tons of them. They had ones with cats and sailboats and all kinds of stuff on them, but I mean, there were a whole bunch of them. They weren't like handmade. They were obviously manufactured because there were so many of them, but I didn't get them because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, so I left them there. Another one of the German books, and this one I got because I liked the aging on the paper. I don't know if there's excuse me, my throat is froggy. I don't know if there's going to be a date in here. I don't see a date. So I don't know how old these books are, but there is some aging on them. And again, they're in German, so that's interesting to me. Anyway, if you're German and you speak German, it's probably no big deal, but for me, it's interesting. This was from the same estate sale, and I'm not really sure what it is. It's some kind of paper. I don't know. I just grabbed it. I don't know what it is. There's a letter in there written in German. So I don't know. I just grabbed it. Probably didn't need it. I think it was in the free bin. Okay, so that's that. I went to one estate sale. They had a huge, huge box of vintage patterns. And that was the second time in like a week that I found vintage patterns. So I was really happy to find them. And he told me if I came back the next day, he would give me a deal on whatever's left in the box. But I didn't, because I really don't need that many patterns. But I picked up these few that I thought were kind of interesting. They're all from like the 60s and 70s. I don't know if there's dates on them anywhere, but there is a date, but I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. This one's 1964. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, they're not in great shape, but I can salvage that. I'm pretty sure I can. And there's no date on the outside of this one, but that definitely it says 50s to me, or 60s, I don't know. Look at that one. That's so cute. And a men's one. The men's ones are more unusual. That's a 70s. You can tell that. I thought that was cute. And I love this one. Love that. And let's see if there's a date on that one. 1968 on that one. So that was a fun find. And, of course, playing cards. Love my playing cards, which I just really need to stop buying. And why did I buy these? Oh, for the fronts of them. I just thought they were different. I don't know what game this is supposed to be. It looks like it's in Spanish. It says Victoria, Spain. So I'm guessing, yeah, it's Spanish. So I don't know what these are. You know, they're not, obviously not suits, unless that's the suit. But I thought they were really interesting. I guess that's a suit. You know, I took many years of Spanish. I can't read or write Spanish. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know. I should have paid more attention, I guess. But those are cool cards. Not sure how I'm going to use them, but they are cool cards. There's one from one of my patterns. Is there a date? No. And these I picked up just because I drink Corona. I like Corona. Don't know what I'll do with these. I'll put a couple in my own journal. But, you know, I'm kind of stupid about the cards. I pick up so many decks of cards, and I have so many of them, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. I really don't. I've sold a couple on Etsy, but not enough to justify buying them all. And I picked this up because I have been wanting some a wax seal, and they're very expensive when you buy them at like, I think Hobby Lobby carries them. They're very expensive. This is an older one. It's from Hallmark, and I'm gonna guess it's from the 70s because I had one back in the 70s when I had pen pals. And this one I was very excited about because it is either, can you see it, an M or a W, and those are my initials, MW. So I was happy to find that. It looks like it was used once. This one was not used, and I know I can get the wax cheaper than I can get the whole set. So that was, I was really excited to find that. No, there's no date on it, but I'm pretty sure that this is probably from the 70s. Let's see, I'm going to try to work my way across my desk here. I was originally trying to pile this up in some sensible order, but that didn't happen. Too much stuff. I think my husband picked this one up. It's just a black lace. And I guess it was some kind of a scarf or veil. It's got, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's got butterflies in it. Very pretty. Good eye, I told him. He's learning. He knows what I go for. He goes to all the estate sales and thrift stores with me. He loves it. He's got things he looks for too, so. And I thought this was cute. This butterfly hanky. His little antennas there. 50 cents. Can't pass things like that up when you see them. And I like this one. This has got daisies on it. But that was very pretty. That's some kind of a, I don't know if they're veils. Like, did they wear them over there on their heads? I don't know. Go to a lot of sales older people that are like churchy people. So I don't know if they would wear those to church or what. And I picked these up. I thought these were so pretty. This is one of these estate sales. I got so mad at the guy. It was the second day of the sale. So I was asking for like a discount on some of the stuff. The prices were kind of high. And he wouldn't do it. He would not negotiate the prices at all. So I said, okay, well, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. And I gave him half the stuff back because it was too much. There were more of these and I left half of them. He wasn't happy about that. I picked up this little dresser scarf. I thought that that would make a really good cover on a journal, I think. And also at that same estate sale that I put back, he had, no, it wasn't that one. No, I put them back. He had napkins, you know, pretty decorative paper napkins. One of the packages was open and some of the napkins were gone. And he wanted $2 for it. I was like, no, I'm not paying $2 for an opened half pack of paper napkins. Sorry, dude. You can hold on to those. Some eyelash trim. I don't usually buy this because I have a whole box full of fiber and stuff left from when it was big in scrapbooking, but I've been using it. So I just thought that this would be a good one. I can always spray it and dye it different colors and stuff, and it's a real pretty eyelash trim. And these were things that they were loose in a box in a thrift store. I threw them in with some other things and I probably ended up getting them for free. You know, if they would just take these odds and ends of things and package them up, they would sell them. Instead, they sit there in the bottom of a box until I come along and I grab them up. But this is a nice pink. This is like crocheted, I'm going to guess. This is a pretty little applique. I wish they had had more of those. And this is nothing special, but it was loose in there along with this other stuff, so I just grabbed it. And I thought this was so pretty. Little daisy applique type of trim. It's not very big, but it's cute. And I got this Young Stamp Collector book. I just liked the size of the pages and the stamp images that are in them. There's a few stamps in here, but they were glued into this book. They weren't done properly. But that's all right. I'm going to cut up the book anyway. I do have an appreciation for stamps. My father, many, many years ago, back in the 60s and 70s, was a stamp collector. And so as a child, I also collected stamps. And then when my kids were young, I tried to get them into stamp collecting because I thought it would be a fun hobby to do together. My younger son had absolutely no interest in it. My older son, who is a collector himself of things, kind of was interested, but we never quite got it off the ground. So I have all the stamp collecting supplies that we had from then, and I don't use those in my journaling because that's my stamp collection. But I don't know where I was going with that. I'm no stranger to stamp collecting, I guess. And speaking of stamp collecting, I did get these. This is more than I would normally pay. They had several bags of $5 each. So I just kind of picked the one that looked like it had different interesting stamps in it. I did go through this. There's a lot of foreign stamps. There's Romania right there and French right there. So I think that this will be fun to go through not only for my collection, but also any of the common ones and the duplicate ones I will use in my junk journaling. I think that stamps are just, they're fun. You know, I grew up collecting stamps, so it's just something that's kind of in my blood, I guess. All right, so I picked up this journal. Nope, it's not a journal. Why did I get this? Oh, because there's some pretty images in it. Some pretty images. I must have flipped through this pretty quickly. I don't know. There's some images. I'll go through it and pick them all out. Like this. Paintings. I picked up this journal just because I like to use these journal pages, and when I am done with it, this cover I think might make a good journal. I don't know. We'll see. But I like the pages, and I use those often in my journaling. This is funny because I picked up this pack of pink index cards just because they were pink. And, you know, you can always use index cards. And then, at another estate sale after that, I picked up this. I don't know why. It was $3, and there's white, there's peach, there's like light peach and dark peach, and these are unopened packs of index cards. I do not need to ever buy index cards again, especially not pink or peach ones. I have a lot of them. Some jewelry pieces. This has really pretty glass beads on it, so I grabbed that one. This has some chain dangly pieces. So there's 6 dangly pieces right there, ready-made. I can just attach to what do you call it? Yeah, a tassel. Picked up this. It's actually kind of cute. It has a flower charm like that, and this flower charm. So that's kind of cute. Oh, it says May on it. Oh, Mayflowers. So I thought that was kind of cute. Those are my jewelry finds. One estate sale I went to, I didn't get a whole lot there, but she was an artist, and I think everything was pretty well picked over. But they had this handmade paper, hot press. There's 20 sheets in here. They also had a bigger, more like, I don't know, 8 by 11 sheets that I did not get because I wasn't sure how I would use them, and they were a little bit more. It's thick. It's handmade pressed paper. It's really thick. So I'm guessing tags and journaling cards. I don't know. I just thought it was something different, kind of cool. So we'll see what I'm going to do with that. And I think this envelope is also handmade paper. 100% rag, whatever that means. I don't know. I thought it was just something different. Kind of cool. Picked up this pack of napkins. They're big and they're pretty. They also had the long size, but they wanted like $2 for them. I'm like, come on. This is an estate sale. This is not an antique shop. Prices should be better than that. Picked up this handwriting paper that I thought was fun. Any kind of different paper. And look, a kid actually wrote in it, practicing his handwriting. How sweet is that? They did it once and got tired of it. Then, oh, look at, check out this. Check out this. For $2. Look at this. Is that not cool? You know what I'm going to do with that. This is so cool. It's got a spot for a pen. It has a 3 pockets in it. This there's some cute little pictures in that. I'll use that. It's got a notepad in it. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. Look at that. That's pretty. Surprise, surprise. Don't know why that's there. Oh, I like that. You never know what you're going to find. And on this side is this cute little paper pad, another paper pad, and some colored pencils. And this, I love this. For $2. Sometimes you find the really, really good stuff. This is a journal book. Look how pretty that paper is. The book itself is a little kind of chintzy. Just paper. Might have been from the dollar store or something. I don't know. But I love that paper. Pretty pretty. And this is, I don't know, I picked this up for 50 cents at the thrift store. I'm not really sure what they are. They're just little note cards. They're embossed with like a wood grain. And they have a slot in the front to put a picture in. And they came with envelopes. So I thought that was cute. 50 cents. Gotta buy those. This one was kind of a disappointment. I only paid $1 for it. I thought there would be more vintagey cards in here, but they're not. I mean, they're older, but they're not that vintagey, and they're shiny. But I will use them. I'll cut them up. Some of them, you know, there's some kind of vintage colors in there from the 70s. So I will use them. I just have to figure out how to cover up this part, or how to cut them so that I can use them. They're not what I expected, but that's all right. I only paid $1 for it. I have these. This was from the artist's house. Like I said, that house was pretty well picked over, but I did get a few things. This is just a magazine. Is there a date on it? I don't see a date. It's not, I don't think it's like super old or anything, but it has some good images in it because it's an art magazine, so that'll be fun to go through and see what I can pick out of there. And then I got these two things. This has some great images in it. Look at these images. They're kind of big, but that's all right. I just thought that they were so pretty. These drawing books are really great to pick up because, look at that. Because they've got just beautiful, beautiful pictures. And even the pages where they're doing the step-by-step drawing, those are kind of cool too, like this. Those are good to use. So I pick up a lot of these drawing books. And then this one was portraits, which I thought was really interesting because there's some really good portraits in here. And then, you know, the steps to draw them. That's a good page. So this will be fun to go through and find images. Look at that. They're beautiful. I love that. I don't know if these are like famous. I'm guessing that they are famous portraits. And then these are just showing how to draw them. I don't know. They're all Stella Mackey. Not all of them, but I think a lot of them are. Oh, Portraits by Stella Mackey. If you're into art, I guess you know who that is. I'm not into art, so I'm sorry. I don't know who that is, but they're beautiful. Fabric. I got a little bit of fabric. I picked up this one. I I have one thrift store that I go to that does this with everything. They measure it and they price it and they bundle it up. And I like that they do that. Their stuff is very well displayed. But I don't think they put out the junk. They put out the good stuff, which is good. But sometimes it's the junk that is what you really want, you know? Like little pieces. I wouldn't mind little pieces. I don't have to have big pieces. So this is a pretty nice fabric. I can use that in a lot of different ways. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different patterns on this fabric. That would look really, really nice to coordinate in a journal. And then this one I thought was super cute. Let's see if I can get this tape off of here. I don't like to pay a whole lot for fabric because I don't use a lot of it. So I really hesitate to pay too much for it. But sometimes I just find something that's super cute. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look how cute that is. That is adorable. I love it. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I love it. And there's quite a bit of it here. That's really cute. And then I picked up this. Not anything super special, but I did like the colors on it. And I have another one that has the same colors. This one. So I thought that those were, you know, for $1.25. That's a pretty good deal for a hunk of fabric. A hunk. Listen to me. I'm using my technical fabric terms. So those are pretty. And some laces. This one is a nice wide one. I have this for $1 and there's quite a bit there. It's very pretty. These make good belly bands. Or the front of your journal. Those are good for too. And this one I picked up because I love this netting kind of fabric. I use little pieces of it for making embellishments. And I just use just a little piece to go behind my elements on the embellishment. So I picked this one up. It's pretty. Look at that. And the edging of it too. It's a pretty edge to it. It was obviously cut off of something down here. I don't know what it was a bigger piece of, but it was nice that they saved this part of it. You know, years ago, people would reuse. And they would find new uses for things, and they would save everything, like their buttons and their pieces of their drapes or whatever this might have been. And people don't do that anymore. It's such a disposable world. They throw everything away. But you know what? I know that some people see it as clutter, but look, now we're taking this old stuff and we're using it, and it's beautiful. We need to do that more often. Okay, I picked up this piece of lace trim. I said I wasn't going to get any more of this stuff, but this looks so beautifully vintage that I had to get that one. It's just so pretty. The coloring on it, the style of it, it's different. So I had to get that one. I have these note cards. I just thought they were pretty. They're brand new in the package. I'm going to open it because it looks like there's different designs in there. And I know I said I was going to do this video quickly, but you know, I start digging into this stuff and I want to look at it. So I figure I might as well show you too. They're not, you know, super old, but they're pretty. Look at that. So there's that design. Lots of orchids. Pretty. Garden herbs. In Fleur de Provence. I probably didn't say that right, and I shouldn't have tried. And nice envelopes. So that was, what did I pay for that? Oh, I paid less than 50 cents for this because there was some kind of a sale. And I'm going to show you what else I got at this. I bought this and this other thing I'm going to show you at this thrift store. And I got one heck of a deal. This is not for junk journaling. I was going to save it till last, but I wanted to show you along with this. I paid $2.16 or something like that. So basically $2 for that and this. Now, if you follow me, you know I'm a Raggedy Ann collector. This is in excellent condition. It is not even dirty on the inside. There's one little chip right here. And there's a little bit of paint wear on her hair and her nose. That's perfectly normal. And look at the bottom of it. It has the original sticker, most of it still on there. It was made in Japan, and it's got a date of 1976. I love this. I don't even know if I have any of these in my collection because they're pretty expensive to find, and you don't find them in this good a condition. So I was so excited, and it's marked $3, which I would gladly have paid $3 for this, but I got this and this for $2. Is that not the coolest thing? That is the coolest thing. And I know you probably, some of you may not think it's so cool, but I thought it was really cool. Okay, moving on. I have these pieces of fabric ribbon. And I get, this goes with the colors of those two pieces of fabric I picked up. There's probably not a lot on here. But that's okay. I don't use a lot of it. And then this blue one. And I got this. I just thought this was pretty. I do not need more ribbons, laces, trims, any of that kind of stuff. But look at that. That is so pretty. So I had to get that one. And yeah, more cards. I can't help it. I just can't help it. There's fruit bowls. Look at how cool these are. You know, you see stuff like this. It's 99 cents. It's in this vintage case. I have to get it. I'm sorry. And then there's more. Again, 50 cents. Look at those. Do those say 70s or what? I love them. I just love them. I just love it. And I got these. I thought these were really cool. These are Frank Lloyd Wright playing cards from the Museum of Modern Art in New York. Those are pretty cool. You cannot pass things like this up. I've got to devise a way to save. I was thinking, and tell me what you think about this. I was thinking of saving like a certain, either a certain card, like Jack of Hearts or something from each deck for myself, or a different card from each deck for myself to make up like a whole deck of cards, or a few from each deck. I don't know, but I just love them, and I got to do something with them because they're piling up. Oh, this book I got because it is written, I don't know, in, was it Korean? There was something there at this sale that said what these books were. I think it's Korean. I have no idea what this book is about. It says 30 more famous stories retold. I just liked the font in it to use for background pages. I don't know what it says. I hope it's not anything dirty. But I just liked it. I thought it was a pretty book. They had several several books, and I think there were some other pamphlets or something, all written in, and I'm pretty sure it was Korean. If you know, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it indicated, that that's what it was. I picked up this. You know, I saw this sitting on the shelf, and I was like, oh, what is this? I didn't know what it was, so I opened it up. You can't buy something without opening it up. Why would you do that? So I opened it up, and inside, much to my surprise, ta-da, there are tickets, coupon tickets from Sunshine Bowling Alley that I guess had games. I don't know if these were from the Sunshine Bowl that was near where I lived or not. And look, remember these? Pogs. My kids had collected Pogs, and we got rid of them at some point in time, sold them at a yard sale, and they were so mad at me that I had done that. A Pokemon card. You know what? Do you remember what these were called? Slammers. They're the things you slam down onto the Pogs. I don't remember how they used to play them. A couple of slammers. But I'm going to show these to my kids. My kids are in their, my youngest one is 30 and the older one is 33. So that's the age range that these were, when these were popular, when they were kids. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Pogs, but I just had to grab them. And I did like the tickets. They're from games. Somebody's initials on them. So I just thought that was kind of a fun thing, because that was a thing for my kids back in the, had to be the 90s, because my youngest was born in 1989. So yeah, that's kind of just a funny little thing I picked up. I grabbed these. These were, they were not $5. They were 50 cents each. These are for scrapbooks to convert them from postbound to strap hinge. And they go for like $5.99, I think. $5.99 or $6.99 in the craft stores. And I do use them. And I needed some. So I was really happy to see those at 50 cents each. Got 3 of them. Let's see here. I have this little bag of lace for $1. It's not lace, it's gimp. But there was this green and pink that I liked. And then a plain cream color. I think that's all that's in there. It's like kind of like 2 different shades of the cream color. And then the pink and the green. And I like to put those on the covers of my journals when I'm taking the cloth spine and wrapping it around to the front and the back. And then I put those as a edging along them. And then I got this. This is pretty cool. This is a nice big ledger book, and it has never been used because all of the dividers are still in the front and then the pages in the back. I don't think it's real old. It's not old. It's got a barcode in it. But I like the color of the pages and also all these dividers. And maybe this would make a really cute little journal too at some point in time. Let's see. I got this bag. This was $1. I was kind of a little surprised. I wasn't quite sure what was in here. There's some little labels. This is a pack of clothespins. They're white plastic and they just have a decorative thing on the front. I already stuck a couple in some swaps. I don't think that I will use these too much, so those will probably be given away. But there's 3 packages of tags. Really pretty little, like, shabby chic style tags. I thought, oh, those are cute. For $1. So I couldn't pass those up. Sometimes things just jump out at you. And some books. Let me see here. A couple of little golden books. Willie found a wallet. I had not seen this book before, so I wanted to grab that. It's 1984. In really good shape. Graphics are okay. Might be cute if you want to make a journal for a little boy. Be really cute. I don't know if little boys use journals, but this one, The Train to Timbuktu, I thought was a little bit different. There is a the corner's a little chewed up, but that's all right. Put a book corner on there. It is dated, original copyright is 1951, renewed in 1979. So the pictures are from 1951. And it's those typical little golden book illustrations by Art Seaton. I think he did a lot of little golden books. I thought it was a different one that I hadn't seen before, so I picked those up. I'll probably sell them. And I picked this up just because I liked it. It's a Louisa May Alcott book. I like the cover. I like the colors. It's already falling apart, so I don't mind taking it apart. And there's some cute little illustrations in it too. So, I just really liked it. Oh, these I got for my grandkids. My granddaughter loves to come and read books. We got Week at Grandma's and just Grandpa and Me. And I might already have this one. I'm not sure. But my granddaughter loves her Gampy. She loves her Gampy so much. They are so close. I picked up these 2 composers books with the music lines in them. Now this one is written in, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. There's a few blank pages in there. Let's see if there's a date on it. I don't see a date. But I think that it'll be kind of fun. And this one also. It is written in, but that's all right. Again, I have no problem with using that writing. This is another drawing book, but this one I just love the illustrations in this one. Look at that. I just think they're fun. And I'm going to do something with those. And maybe I will pay attention to the drawing instructions and learn how to draw. I keep saying that, but I will probably never do the drawing thing. I've tried. I just don't feel like I have the talent for it, and I don't really have the time to put into doing it the way that it should be done. Oh, sorry. Oops, I'm probably going to get banned. We won't say the words. They won't pick up on it. Let it be. Here's another book from, like I said, I believe it was Korea. This one's a music book. No, maybe this is from the... No. Is it Korean? I don't know. Now I feel silly because I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Korean. That was in that home. They had a lot of things like that. But I liked this because the music is close together. And sometimes you want the smaller music on your smaller embellishments. Oh, this was a find. This was fun. This is Beatrix Potter, a journal. I did pay, no, these were half off, so I paid $2.50 for this. It's a soft cover, and it has all kinds of illustrations in it. It's got, look at this little booklet. It's got some, so if you can see that. Look at that. It's kind of like a scrapbook. I guess maybe it was like taken from Beatrix Potter's things. I don't know. Look. So I saw this and I barely flipped through it and I said, okay, I'm taking that one. Look at that. Let's see if we can see that. Oh, little basket. Are they bunnies or are they look like guinea pigs to me, but maybe they're bunnies. I don't know. I think they're guinea pigs because that looks like a guinea pig. Look at that. Oh, I'm in love with this. I'm so in love with this. Is this not the coolest book? This was never even opened. Look at this surprise in the back of this book. Look. This one won't be getting cut up. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this whole thing. Wow. I'm in awe. I'm just in awe of this whole book. Now I don't know if I want to cut it up or not. Oh, goodness. It's not old by any means, but it's beautiful. Okay, I have to move on from that. I'll set it aside and decide if I'm going to use it or not. Okay, then what else do I have? I have this. I did pay $4 for this, but I felt like it was worth it. I like just the box itself. You know, it's like a book. It's very sturdy. And inside is stationery. It is like watermarked. There's a rose and a butterfly. I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but this whole stack is that. Then there's note cards, envelopes. Those pretty envelopes. More note cards and envelopes over there. And these are stickers, like, you know, to put on the backs of your letters or whatever. So between the box and the stationery, I felt like that was worth the $4. I usually don't spend a lot of money on my junk journal supplies, simply because, I don't know, it's just supplies, so I don't like to spend too much money on it. I can go crazy and go broke if I did. I found this little pack of clips, paper clips, that are animals. I thought they were just cute. Like to stick some of those would be good in like one of the little golden books or something. Thought they were just different. And let's see, I do have more. This is not for junk journaling, but I picked that up. It needs to be cleaned up and shined up. It's silver plated, made in China, so it's nothing special. But I just liked it. I thought it was cute. I think I paid $1 for it. Got this wallpaper. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How cute is that? This is going to make a really good journal covers. Or I can cut it up. It's kind of, it's really thick and it almost feels padded or foamy. It's very textured. So I think it'll make a really good cover or something. I picked up this pack of steno notebooks, and the reason that I picked it up was because I saw this pink paper in here. I wanted the pink one. That's pretty. So it's just a whole bunch of notepads. These are yellowed, so as long as they're not too fragile, I can use those. And I can never have too much paper. This is a grid paper with a logo on the top. That's always fun to use. Here's a list paper, things. Huh. This is spelled wrong. Who made this? That's not right. I'm going to have a hard time using that. I'll have to cut that off or something. I refuse to use something that's not grammatically correct. But they're blue on one side and pink on the other. Oh, good. Some of them are different. I wonder if they made the mistake and then they couldn't sell it. So that's why I don't know. Oh, look at this one. That's fun. That's pretty vintage looking. I like that. Look at those colors. Ooh, that's a nice surprise. I love finding surprises in my things that I buy. And that's not bad. That's a grid paper with a logo on it. And like that one. That's just plain paper. Well, that's fun. I like that. I don't like the one with the spelling mistake on it, but that's all right. I guess we'll figure out a way to use that. So, then I picked up a couple of things not for junk journaling, but I'll just show them to you anyway, if you like thrifting and finding fun stuff. I picked up this for my granddaughter. I picked this up at one place. Cute little clothes for her doll. I actually did pick her up a doll too. And one of the places, it's the Gerber baby. And it was in excellent condition. And I looked it up online and it's from 1976, I believe it was. Or 79. I think it was 76. And it was in excellent shape. And it's the cutest little doll. Quality doll, soft body. It just really, I don't have it with me. It's in the other room or I would show it to you, but it was a beautiful doll. So I picked that up for her to play with. And I got this outfit. And then at another place, I found these little shoes. So I thought that was going to be a cute little addition to the playroom. And I picked up for myself, just because, I don't know why, a paint by number thing. I used to do these when I was a kid, and I saw this one, and they had really big ones for $5, but I didn't want to pay $5 because I don't know if I'll ever actually do it. So I picked up one of the small ones for $2. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things that I picked up. I might do it. I don't know. And then I picked up this, which may or may not be for junk journaling. It does have the cards in it. I'm hoping it has instructions in it because I would like to try to play it. You know, I didn't even think about the instructions. I can probably find them online. But it has, look at all of these little cards in here, all different colors, and they have letters, and I just think that it'll be kind of fun. But I want to figure out how to play this game first, because it's a word game, and I like word games. And then there are no instructions. So I'm going to have to look it up online, I guess. I recently saw another probe game with a whole different cover on it and stuff, but I think this one is older. I don't know if there's a date on it anywhere. It's a Parker Brothers, which is like 1969, maybe. So that'll be fun to play with. And let me just make sure I got everything, because I had so much stuff. It looks like I have everything. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you have stuck with me through this whole thing, I know this was a long one. I'm going to try not to let things pile up so much the next time. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying these videos. Tell me down below what you like or what you don't like. And, you know, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all those things. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.